Where is she? Oh.
Oh, we have one in the construction.
Camera away from the camera.
I know, it's in your face, like literally.
Just pretend it's not there.
So nice.
Just pretend it's not there, exactly. Perfect, thank you.
Good evening to everyone. Welcome. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life and to marry these two beautiful people. Welcome to Camp Ojibway. Please remember to put your phones on silent. You're welcome to take pictures, but keep your phones silent, please. Thank you. It's a beautiful night at a beautiful place, and I hope you're all as happy as I am to be here. A few years ago, it was extremely improbable that we'd all be together here at Camp Ojibway for Luke and Jill's wedding. Most of you, I'm sure, know some of the story, how we got here. I'm going to tell you my version of it, in which I get most of the credit. Maybe not most. Luke and Jill probably had something to do with it, but I get some of the credit for bringing these two amazing people together. So, wind back the clock a few years. We were all in far different places. Lindsay and I had nothing to do with this camp other than we sent boys here during the summer. My friend and bandmate Luke was the hardworking, divorced dad of two high school boys who didn't really seem to have the time or the inclination to have a love life. And Jill was a close friend and co-worker of Lindsay at Core Power. And let's stop for a minute here and just think about how unlikely it is that Luke Nagelbach, who could barely pronounce the word yoga a few years ago, is marrying a yoga teacher. So, back to the story, and I'm going to take it even further back to when I first met the Nagelbachs, which was around 2012 or 2013. I was coaching 9U travel baseball, and on a Saturday, we got like a dual practice with the 10U team. And I'm running the infield practice trying to teach these 9-year-olds how to do it the right way. And the shortstop from the 10U team, a little guy named Ryan Nagelbach, comes in and fields the first ball, hits to him perfectly, flawless pivot, strike to first. After one or two more of those, I just cleared the field, and I had him go out there, and I said, look at those guys, and I said, just do it like he does it. So over the next couple of years, I got to know Luke and Ryan and Tyler. I got to coach Tyler a couple times, and I will say Tyler, the college pitcher, was, I think I was the first coach to really rely on you as a pitcher, so I'm not going to take all the credit. Like I said, you get some, but I get some too. Luke and I were friendly at the time, but not really close. He mostly just told me I was a crazy coach because I was the most aggressive baseball coach around. And I knew Luke was a musician because somehow he had wound up on the Today Show playing music in like 2011. So I mentioned to him that I could sing. And knowing Luke now, I know exactly what was going on in his head the moment I mentioned that, which was, yeah, I don't care, everybody says that he's full of shit. And that's the way it stayed until around the summer of 2015. Tyler was playing a championship baseball game in Deerfield, and one of the coaches or one of the directors asked me to sing the national anthem before the game. And I did, and Luke was there, and I think Luke realized maybe this guy wasn't full of shit. So that was the start of Nagel Rock. And the next summer, Luke and Ryan and Tyler and Jason and Greg and I were a band. And it was an unusual grouping, but it worked and it was fun and people liked it, some people. So we kept doing it, playing, an occasional gig in the bars in Deerfield and Highwood and having a really good time. So fast forward a couple years, and here's where it really gets good. So summer of 2019, Luke and I set up a series of 3 or 4 acoustic gigs in July, August, September at a bar in Deerfield. But it wasn't just Luke and me. It was Luke, me, and Luke's friend slash coworker slash Today Show co-star Joel Emmerich. And Joel is a great singer. He plays guitar. He can do anything. Just a good musician. And I was really looking forward to playing those gigs. And thankfully for everyone, Joel is a bit of a flake. Sorry, Joel. Our first show was scheduled for July 2nd of 2019, and on June 20th, Joel said, I'm out. I'm not doing it. No reason, he just totally flaked out. And so, honestly, I was inclined to have it be just Luke and me. We had done that before, and we easily could do it again. But fate had other plans. As it happened, the very next day, Lindsay was having a party, and not just any kind of party, but a yoga party, which honestly I did not have much interest in, but I went because I'm a fantastic husband, and because my wife said you could bring your guitar and Jill could sing with you. So I went, and I brought my guitar, and I had no hopes at all it would go well, just like when I told Luke a few years earlier, hey, I can sing, and Luke said, yeah, you're probably full of shit. Jill had told me, I can sing, and I said, yeah, whatever, probably not. So I was stupid. I sat down, I started singing and playing, and Jill started to join in, and it was just fantastic. It was great. It just worked. She knew when to sing, how to sing. She sounded great, and we just complemented each other vocally really well. So after a few songs, I looked at Jill and I said, you should come play with me and my friend Luke. It's in 10 days, and she had never done anything like that before, but to her immense credit, she said yes. And a couple days later, we were in Luke's basement, and we practiced once, and we had the gig, and it went great. And a couple practices, and a couple weeks later, we had the second gig. Also went amazing. And after the gig, Lindsay and I, and Jill and Luke, we hung at the bar for a long time, and Lindsay and I kind of left, it was pretty clear that, they were hitting it off. But we just kind of dismissed it. But a few days later, I'm out at the bar, common theme in this relationship, after a softball game, and Luke pulls me aside and says, I think Jill might be coming over tomorrow. And I was like, what do you mean? We don't have a practice tomorrow. Oh. And the rest, they say, is history. It is my absolute honor and pleasure to have any role in bringing these two wonderful people together. Luke has become one of my closest friends. He is dependable, he's kind, he's giving, he's talented, he's selfless, he's tough, and he's a fantastic dad. Jill is one of Lindsay's closest friends. She is caring, hardworking, beautiful, fun, and someone who takes care of people and takes care of things. I'm so happy that you guys found happiness with each other, and Lindsay and I are so happy to know you guys together after knowing you guys separate for so long. I love you guys, and I'm so happy you guys are here and together. So before we get into the rest of it, I want to say, as we gather with family and friends, we remember and honor the memories of those not able to be here and acknowledge their impact on this couple you see in front of you today. Please take this moment of silence to remember the love you feel in your hearts for those not with us today. So, I have a reading from Jill, I think, and Luke. From Jill and Luke. They picked it out together. It's from Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. And it goes, "You can give without loving, but you can never love without giving. The great acts of love are done by those who are habitually performing small acts of kindness. We pardon to the extent that we love. Love is knowing that even when you are alone, you will never be lonely again. And great happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves, and even loved in spite of ourselves." Very nice. Jill and Luke. All right, here we go. Let's get married. Do you, Jill, and you, Luke, come here willingly of your own accord? Jill, do you take Luke to be your lawfully wedded husband, and to hold from this day forward, for better or worse, richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, in love, respect, and to cherish until death do you part? Luke, do you take Jill to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, respect, and to cherish until death do you part? Okay, Jill and Luke are going to read their vows now.
It's long. I'm just kidding. It's not that long. So time is obviously an underlying theme in our relationship. I have often said that I met you at the perfect time and the worst time at the same time. Timing might not have been ideal, but our life experiences, our upbringings, our past relationships, those things brought us to today. They are the reasons we are who we are and why we stand in front of each other, pledging to live the rest of our days together. So as much as I wish I had met you sooner so that I could have had your children, that wasn't meant to be. You were meant to have your two incredible boys with their mother. They are who they are because of you two. I love them as if they're my own. And I'm so grateful they opened their hearts to me and have allowed me to be a part of their lives. Thank you for letting me be their supplement who hopefully enhances their lives and inspires them in some way to become the absolute best versions of themselves, because that's what you have done for me. You inspire me every day in so many little ways, whether it's through your authenticity, your work ethic, your openness to meet each moment as it comes rather than worry about things you can't control. You are a rock, giving me stability during the most tumultuous time in my life. Who are you going to call when you need something done? Dugason. Or Lucason, as I call you. You make me laugh more loudly and more freely than I ever have. Thank you for not shushing me when I laugh. You brought music back into my life, and music is the soundtrack of our lives, as Dick Clark once said. And our soundtrack is on repeat in my car, in my head, and in my heart. So while I wish I had more time to make music with you, to love you the way that you deserve, to touch you, to be your rock, to make you laugh, I want you to know that for the rest of my time on this earth, I pledge to do all those things. I will be your partner in crime, your partner in life, and your partner if I vow to find you sooner, because the rest of this time, this lifetime, will never be enough to love you and be loved by you. You go. I just want to point out how much bigger his font is than mine.
Right, mine is a lot shorter. Jill, you are a beautiful person inside and out. Your humor and passion make me look forward to every day with you. You have navigated the issue of pre-existing children with grace and understanding. The boys love you. And I know you love them. Therefore, I, Lucas Nagelbach, take you, Jill Carlson, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish you forever. I love you.
We're going to do it right now. Okay, the wedding ring serves as a reminder of the promises you make today to each other. The circle is a symbol of completeness and an eternal bond. There's no beginning and no end. That means you two are stuck with each other. Luke, place this ring on Jill's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment and devotion. I choose you to share in my life's journeys. I give you this ring as a pledge to respect and love you. Today, tomorrow, always, and forever. With no takebacks. Jill, place this ring on Luke's finger and repeat after me, even though you know he will only wear it while attending special family events and other wedding ceremonies. For the record. I'm wearing mine today. Jill. Repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment and devotion.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment and devotion.
I choose you to share in my life's journeys.
I choose you to share in my life's journey.
I give you this ring as a pledge to respect and love you.
I give you this ring as a pledge to respect and love you.
Today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
With no takebacks. You really did it. Luke and Jill, we all wish you both the joy and love and all the happiness you deserve. From this moment forward, you will never be alone. You will carry on with you the love of another person, giving you a completeness and renewed lightness. May your life together be immersed in love, music, and laughter. May you strive to enrich each other in every way possible. And may you work to bring the peace you find to this world. Remember this as you begin the next phase of your lives together. Keep your home full of laughter, your fridge full of good food and drinks, and your...
There you go.
That's a lot of frosting.